Hello, Tooltime. This is Zycro. It's a pleasure to meet you. And in your question about why is life ultimately pointless, or why despair without some type of transcendence beyond the material, that why not just enjoy your ice cream for the 5 minutes that you enjoy your ice cream and then go on to the next pleasure in life? Well, I hope you don't mind me saying that it appears as though I have a few years on you, and I think that might lend a little bit more life experience to me to answer this question. Ice cream becomes a little bit boring after a while. After 35 years, you're looking at that ice cream, you're like, that's going to taste good, but, you know, I'm 40 pounds over the weight that I want to be at, and I really anticipate eating it. But I know it's going to suck afterward because I'll be like, I can't believe I just did a half pint of Chunky Monkey. You know, um, my only alternative there afterward is to go purge, but I just can't stoop to that level. I'd rather be fat. Um, I've had a lot of life experience, and I can say that for a long time, the experience of going from one life experience to the other was highly fulfilling. Physical, sensual experience is really, really cool. I've finished a marathon. I've done a lot of running. I've done a lot of hiking. I've seen a lot of cool things. I've been to 43 states and 17 countries. And um, I've done a lot of cool stuff. I'm a veteran of the Marine Corps. I've had some very, very intense adrenaline highs, and I've had some very triumphant thank you, Lord, for not killing me type successes. And I've had some experiences with fear so severe that my asshole was like a friggin' donut. And I've just had the highs of victory and the lows of defeat. I've had the I've been betrayed by people, and I've been loved by people, and that is really friggin' cool. But after a while, the sensual pleasures do start to get a little bit old, and compounded with the fact that your body starts falling apart, uh, that just really ends up kind of being despairing. I mean, once you realize that this ice cream's not going to get any better, this sex isn't going to get any better, my interests aren't going to get any more interesting, and beyond that, my eyesight's going, my body's falling apart, you really start wondering what else is it out there in life, or you start looking for more of those thrills. And eventually, you're going to search the entire globe, and you're just not going to find, or the extent to which you can search it, and you're going to run out of things that really thrill you. That is usually the thing that this is kind of talked about. Say, for example, if you've read the chapter or the book Ecclesiastes, I mean, it just says there's nothing new under the sun. And I think most people who live past, most people who really are looking for experiences in life to fulfill them eventually come to that conclusion. I mean, you can't have your foot pedal to the metal at all times before you start wondering, all right, what else is there beyond the material? And this is a point that I think born-again Christians, especially ones like me who were born again later in life, are more familiar with than people who haven't been born again, or people who were born again at a very young age. Um, so, I mean, really, if there is nothing that transcends the material, ultimately, you have to say there is no point. And you have to logically say, okay, even if my point here in life is to help other people, eventually the entire human race is doomed. Everything that we do that matters is going to vanish at the end of the universe. Say humans somehow make it to the point where matter just comes apart. All right? At that point, when it all turns into heat death, it's not going to matter if there's nothing that transcends the material. I mean, even the fact that people know they're going to die, that really doesn't seem to help things. In fact, it makes it worse. Because if you're to sit there and know that your physical pleasures just diminish and your physical pains just increase, your relationships stay good, but at the same time, say, for example, somebody sees a lot of their friends die, which is going to happen in life. And they end up having a lot of times when people close to them stab them in the back, which does happen the longer people live. You know, compounded with the fact that even the people that you love are all going to vanish. You do have to start wondering, what is the point? But the fact that people know they're going to die, and that they feel pain, and that others feel pain, really, I mean, the human race just uses that to make life miserable for other people. Um, so, as to why there is despair in life, if there is only the material, I'd say for the majority of people, the fact that things only seem to get worse is pretty despairing. I mean, you can only enjoy your ice cream for so long. I mean, just speaking in an analogy. I know you're talking about more than ice cream. Um, so I guess that would be my point. But once you're born again, you do realize that there is more to this life. And in fact, you can realize that the point of life is joy. Joy in knowing the Lord. And that for me, and for people who are born again, is the point of life. It's joy and essentially happiness. And I don't think I knew that until after I was born again. So I don't mean to condescend, but until someone is born again, they only get glimpses of that. I mean, after you're born again, you still have problems, but they really pale in comparison to the problems that you have before you were born again. Um, I don't know. Life is, since I've been born again and I've known the Lord, I am glad to know that life is never going to end. And as far as you said, earning your way into heaven, that's not what happens. Christians don't earn their way into heaven. People don't earn their way into heaven. No one can earn it. It's a free gift that people accept. So anyway, man, it's been nice talking to you. I hope I've shed some light on it. It's late and I know I'm rambling. Peace.